Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Got it. Check. 59. Go. Check nickel.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, a run with Cohen. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, D.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Steps away to his left. Open man is Trey Burton. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing on first down is Murray. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Cousins, left side caught by Diggs. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Cousins. He's got his rookie tight end. That's Herb Smith Jr. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. It's complete to Diggs. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good for our Vikings. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Bears nothing. Dan Bailey to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, dude. Check 52.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing, Cousins, looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run. This is Cohen. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Let's get it.
These two teams all tied after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Mike 5-9. Mike 5-9. Check. Mike's 59. Let's go.
Throwing now is Murray. Flushed out right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
They find some open field here. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 47 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
59 mark. Check.
Cousins now. Marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's another first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I got you. I got you. Mike.
Now Murray. Completion left side to Miller. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Ringer, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. All day, every day, any day. 51 for Mike, boy, 51.
Murray going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Finding Gabriel complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen, and he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check, 59. Go! 59 is Mike, 59 is Mike. Check, 59. We got double up.
Throwing on second down, Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike 51. Hey, here we go. Hey, Mike 51. Hey, let's get in that roll. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Throwing is Murray on third down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills, and that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. This is Cohen on the toss. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Defense, keep it. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Get him.
On 3rd down, Murray. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Over the middle to Smith. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time. Cousins now to throw on 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Brings up 2nd and 7.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Gun. 26, Mike.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Again, it's Cousins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Dan Bailey for the Viking field goal. A 55-yard.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Kevin Pierre-Louis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here we go. Gun. I got it. Go. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
On 2nd and a yard. Cousins over the middle, complete. It's Gibson. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Again, it's Cohen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
That's what I do.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray, eluding the pressure right. This one into the hands of Burton. A good pickup of 6 there on first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4.
Check.
To throw is Murray. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Murray now, 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off around the 27. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check 59. Mike is 15.
To throw, Cousins. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, that last completion is certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Wide. Check. 4 down. Check it back.
300. Gun.
Buzz. Be ready.
Hey, Echo.
26 Mike. 26 Mike.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gibson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Elsewhere, they have gone to the 3rd quarter now in Dallas. And very little issue in that one for the Redskins, opening their lead a bit further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. That That one caught by Gibson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert, but right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To the air again, it's Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Here's Matt Weil now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because it's all on him. All eyes there.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Let him know, let him know. Mike, check.
Cousins. Check. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lindsey. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is caught at the 8. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Bailey's kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Check 59, Mike is 59, Mike to 59. Come on, boy.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding third and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Murray and company going for it on fourth. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And no, it's incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Down to lose one. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
300.
Check the hot read.
Greystone, travel.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is first. 59.
First down. Here's Cousins. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complimentary football?
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. I'm going
to throw, it's Murray. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Being chased, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings! A 71-yard punt return, and the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
51, Mike.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Switch up, switch up. Mike, check, 59. So we got man. No. Off. Check.
3rd and long for Cousins. This is brought in by Gibson. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Man, I got you. Mike 5'9", I got you, punk.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Open man is Miller. He's got it. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Murray going to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jannard Avery in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike, check.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Here we go. Hey, Lobo. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Here's Murray. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bears get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Artie Burns, former 1st rounder, there to break that one up. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
To throw on third down. Murray. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. It's Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Lindsey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win.